Have you ever done technical analysis where the price should go that way, but it ends up going that way? Well, today I'm going to show you how to deal with those situations and how to reevaluate the market from a mechanical, objective manner, and we can focus on making profits by trading successfully. So if you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. We're going to dive into Solana for today's example. So here we got Solana. I've taken the date back just a few days. And we had this nice, what looked like to be a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Typical after that, when you get a bearish reversal, you should anticipate a 3-wave correction, A, B, C, more often than not. So that's what I was anticipating. And really, I was actually potentially looking to trade a wave B if it went like this down here. But if I unfold the data now, we'll see that the market did go to our projected price zone down here, which is all looking good and healthy. However, the next day, we had a bit of a reversal, and then the following day, a nice big bar to the next day, and then a new high, and then another bar over here. So what do you do when this happens? Well, I want to read you a quote from my book, which you can now actually download for free in the description. But it's a really powerful quote, and this really applies to your trading and making money from the markets consistently. And it's from Michael Jordan, because I see trading like a sport, and you have to participate. And there's always going to be a chance of what you're risking is going to be lost in terms of risking 2% to find out if you're right. So here we go. I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. So when it comes to trading, okay, we didn't actually place a trade here because we're waiting for the idle setup. But when it doesn't unfold as anticipated, we just reevaluate because the market owes you nothing, it owes me nothing, and we're just reading psychology, fear and greed. So when we look at this, what I simply do is the following. I would just delete. The ABC correction is not the case. We can either just adapt this or we just delete this and then we just look at the market and we go, well, what does this look like? What does this look like? Well, to me, now, with the extra information, it still looks like a wave 1, a wave 2. This now looks like the wave 3 top. And this looks like a wave 4 that didn't close into the range of wave 1. And this looks like an impulsive FOMO hopium wave 5. Right? So now we can just reevaluate that. And it looks really nice, really clean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we also just do some fib levels, because now there's going to be some great opportunities with this, some fantastic opportunities with this. By the way, if you want to learn how to trade to the next level and make some serious money from the markets, you can now actually take my 4 Secrets Masterclass. I want you as one of my students, and the Masterclass is free, and I want you to test out my teachings because it's just going to take your trading to the next level. Because I've been trading 15 years, and I share the 4 key things that you must know that's going to just give you an extra edge to make money from the markets consistently. So with Solana, by the way, that's free, that's in the description. So I'm going to do some fib price, right? So when we look at wave 4, we do something called an external retracement. Most wave 5s end at a maximum of 1.618. It's called an external retracement, is this green line. So we can see that it's hit this level. There's another, it's called an alternate price projection or a fib extension. We're going to measure what's called wave 1 to 3 and project it from 4. And the key ratios that we want is usually 38 and 62. These are the 2 common. But we can see that the price is shot past those like they didn't even exist. So they're not that relevant. And the typical maximum is 100%. So we can see that Solana has really hit this nice high over here. So now, what's likely to occur next? Just keeping it objective, mechanical. There should be some shorting opportunities. I wouldn't go short just yet. But what we're probably going to get is a bearish divergence. What that means is we're probably going to see a move like this and like this, where we get a bearish reversal, but the momentum is moving lower. That hasn't happened yet, but it's probably going to happen in the next day or so. But the price has moved extremely higher. That's called a bearish divergence. That's a sign of weakness. A sign of weakness, and a correction would normally ensue. So now, what we were anticipating before is probably going to happen. And that's why I read you the quote with Michael Jordan, because sometimes you don't get it right the first time. We didn't actually go short. Actually, we was going short somewhere in this market. We were trading Solana. But I'm looking for now what's typical is if we take the low to the high of the whole move, as a minimum, we should see, this is more often than not, a 50 to 78.6% retracement. And how long does it take? We're going to do some fib time. This is, by the way, a couple of the secrets. These are the basics, the core basics that we're doing over here. But most people don't even know that fib time exists. But this is something that's really, really powerful. And I've added this to my training recently. It's just that it's complicated, but not that complicated. Let me just now delete this over here. All right, so what we're likely to see. So now what I'm anticipating, so we now just reevaluated the market objectively, mechanically. We didn't get a hang up around it. It just is what it is. And now we go, right, we're probably, more than likely, going to get a correction. Typical corrections move in three waves. Doesn't mean it's going to, as we saw previously, but this is more than likely, if we just keep it the same color so we know it's the same degree of wave count, something along these lines I would anticipate. And I personally wouldn't short right now, but if it unfolds like this and there's a nice ABC correction on here, I could potentially look to short this. But what I'm really interested in is this. If this occurs like this, is the next movement to the upside. That could be very, very powerful and very aggressive. And what I would like to see with the momentum, again, is just to coincide. And my ideal situation would be two things. One is if this happens and this happens, there might be a shorting opportunity here. I'm jumping the gun here. This is total forecasting. And then on the next bullish reversal, I definitely want to be long in the market if, and it is still an if because it hasn't unfolded yet. But today's real focus was just how to reevaluate the market in an objective, mechanical, non-emotional way and let the market tell us, let the price tell us how the crowd is feeling, how the psychology is really, really playing out. By the way, if you now want this chart, I'm going to save it. You can now actually download my charts for free, one of which is Solana. And you'll get a 4-screen layout where you can view it as you see fit, but you can also upload it into your own trading view and edit it as you see fit as well. So that's Solana. What do you think? This is what I'm waiting for. I've set some price alerts for what I'm literally going to be waiting for, and then we'll see how it unfolds. So let's finish on the quote of the day. We're going to go with Michael Jordan again. Again, you can download my book for free. It's in the description link below. It's my favorite, but it's really profound if you think about it. We don't know what's going to happen. Just the same way when the ball left Michael Jordan's hands, there was a high probability it was going to go in, but it wasn't guaranteed, right? It wasn't guaranteed, and that's just the name of the game. So I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot. I missed. I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. And that is the secret, the science and the art of trading. You only need to be right around 20, 30, 40% of the time. And when you catch the trend, you ride that trend to the end. And the other 40 to 60%, you're just managing your risk. So you're getting the rebounds, you're doing your best to get back onto defense and just waiting for the next high probability setup. So check out the masterclass. If you want to be a part of my community, that is the gateway. Check out the training. If you like it, you can get one of my courses and you get an invite to my private Telegram and my weekend live workshops, which I held on Saturday.